I'm Irene. Welcome to my website. I wanted to make a video for you. At first, I wanted to do something like really fancy with a lot of visuals and graphics. It's really impressive. But then I thought actually it would be better if I just made like a really candid, really transparent video where I just show you some of my recent files, the projects that I've worked on, the transformations that I've done for my clients. So you can see some of the before and after pictures of their designs, and then this way you can also get to know the process that I use whenever I create designs for a client. So this is Erica's website. When Erica came to me, she was a little bit embarrassed about her website. It was made over 10 years ago, I think, and she just felt like it was really outdated and it wasn't a great representation of her style, her business. It wasn't professional. And even the branding that she had, it was the logo that somebody just quickly put together for her, and she also wasn't super passionate about it. So we started with the brand design. I do have a brand identity package that includes a whole lot of stuff, basically everything you would need to have a consistent brand presence across all your output channels, basically. So that's what we started with. We started with the logo design first, and then I built her. This is the logo that she ended up with, and then I built out her brand feel, her color palette, the fonts that she would be using, the secondary logo and the social logo, and just the overall kind of style and hierarchy of the colors, all the different elements that make up a brand, a professional brand. So then the next step after the logo and brand guidelines was to create all the rest of her assets. So I create these in Canva, I get all the social media posts and thank you cards, LinkedIn banners, email headers, Facebook, letterhead, video thumbnail, basically everything. So that she never has to start from scratch or worry about creating something that doesn't look professional. Everything is ready for her, and all she has to do is change out the photos or the text. So that's what the brand package for Erica looked like, and she's very happy with it. The next step was to create her new website. So again, this was the before. Here it looked like this. Very, very simple. And then her new website, it's still actually under production. This is only the homepage, so we don't have everything built out, but she got professional photos done, and now her new website is sleek and modern. It has the aesthetic that she likes. It looks totally professional. It represents her as professional. It represents her services as high quality. And it has a lot of cool features, like we're going to include video testimonials. All her services will be here. We're going to include videos of her where possible to kind of familiarize her possible clients with her. There'll be testimonials, like written format as well. And she'll have different kind of resources for people to use. And of course, the call to action, which is for people to contact her. That always has to be like really clear. When a person visits your website, number one thing is they want to know if you can help them, if your services are the right fit for them. And then the next thing is you have to make it really easy and simple and clear on how they can work with you. So I always concentrate on the contact call to action for my home pages. I still make the page interesting for people to kind of explore and kind of get into the rabbit hole of the content, or kind of go down that research mode if that's what they like. But if they're ready to just reach out, maybe inquire about the services, the pricing, whatever it is, I make it really clear and really consistent so that they can click that contact button and get that conversation started. And I wanted to share her feedback when she saw it. I absolutely love my homepage, Irene. Love the feel, the flow of it, and the logic, how you explained everything you did behind the things that you did. Makes so much sense. So this is kind of what I strive for with my clients always. I always want to hear that, and I work really hard to make sure that they're just in alignment with what I've created for them, that they're happy, that they're proud of it. Next site I wanted to share, this was the original website. It was just built on GoDaddy. This is the older version, like it still exists in GoDaddy. So this was for Malo Consulting, for Steve. He runs a consulting firm for small businesses. And you can see the website is really plain. He just built it himself using GoDaddy. He didn't put too much time into it. Obviously, as business owners, we don't all learn web design the way web designers do, so it's totally understandable. But I felt like his website does not do him justice, and it could be a lot better, and I'll, get him a lot more clients with a better website. So this is now his new website. It's nice and sleek and modern. That's obviously my style: sleek, modern, minimalist. Boho is up there as well. But you can see right away that this is a professional website. It clearly outlines everything that he does. It allows people to contact him very easily. It makes it easier to understand what he does and how to work with him. And overall, it's just a much more professional look for his brand. And it's a much better way to represent him out there in the online space. Another client that I wanted to showcase was Cafe du Monde. She has a Shopify website. Whoops, here it is in my files is the before picture. So she had a Shopify website for a few years. She made it herself, I think. And it was just a bit outdated. It wasn't showcasing the products as well as it could have. Like, she originally asked me for kind of a website audit, and so these were kind of some of the notes that I gave her, was that when we look at her social media, there's so much beautiful photography, and the food just looks so bright and tasty, and it's really inviting and cheerful. And then when we look at her website, it's not as impressive and it's not as cheerful. It doesn't showcase the same gorgeous photography. And then some of the sections just really needed a redesign. Like, there were store hours 2 times up here and then down here. And then she had this big chunk allocated to her blog post, but there was really just the one blog. So it wasn't really much sense to have this huge section for one blog post. And she also had some needs of her own. She wanted to showcase her food truck and her catering more. She wanted to kind of get the food truck rented out more for events and even weddings. And so we wanted to kind of bring that up more on her homepage and her website. So those are the things that I proposed to her and she asked of me. And so, and also I wanted to show her before About Us page. It really lacked her personality. One thing I like to do for my clients when they do their About page, and it's kind of my strategy for most of their website as well, depending on whether they have a personal brand. But people need to make a human connection with you when they visit your website. And so especially if they're going to your About page, that means they want to get to know you. They want to get the personal details about you and kind of feel like they know you a little bit. And so this wasn't really showcasing her personality. It was like a little bit dry in terms of content. The pictures were not high quality. It was not a good representation of her brand to have like this kind of poor quality photography. And also the pictures were not clearly showing kind of her and her husband and showcasing the cafe. So those were also something I wanted to work on when I sent over my proposal and my notes. And so when we started to work together, and I did her redesign, and now this is how her website looks. It's much more bright and cheerful, like her Instagram. It makes the cafe look much more high quality, much more inviting, much more bright. We still have, her shopping areas here, but we're concentrating a lot more, like showcasing a lot more of the beautiful photography and food images. And now we're showcasing her food truck more, and which I've chosen an image that'll appeal to those wedding couples that she's interested in attracting more of. We're showcasing her videos, her food, the different services that she offers. And of course, doing a lot better with the About Us section. So I wanted to include a family photo here on the homepage so that right away the visitor can make that human connection. There she is, there's the owner, that's what she looks like. She looks really friendly. There's her mom, they both seem super nice. And then if they want to know even more about her and the cafe, it's a much more professionally designed, cheerful, playful page that really complements their brand much better. And I also made sure to include all her media features because I think that's another way to get more people in the doors by impressing them with, all the amazing things that she's done. So if you wanted to see more of my work, you can check out the portfolio tab of my website. I have a video, I have a couple of case studies and more brand and web designs over here. Otherwise, if you're ready to chat, you can just go up to the top, click book a consult, and that'll take you straight to my calendar, and you can choose a time that works for you. And we can just have a casual call and get to know each other.